Basically, those headed to the U.S. to seek asylum who travel through Central America or even Mexico would first need to seek asylum there. Only if their application is denied there would they then be allowed to seek asylum here in the U.S.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
President Trump made the major announcement as part of his attempt to crack down on migrants coming to the southern border. In his statement, Department of Homeland Security Acting Secretary Kevin McAleenan said, ultimately today's action will reduce the overwhelming burdens of our domestic system caused by asylum seekers failing to seek urgent protection in the first available country. Economic migrants lacking a legitimate fear of persecution, and the transnational criminal organizations, traffickers, and smugglers exploiting our system for profits. The president addressed this concern with CBN News aboard Air Force One back in October of last year.
The critics who say, look, you're just doing all of this for political, to gin up the base and everything. What's the answer to that?
Well, if I am, I've been doing it for a long time because I've been on this issue for a long time, ever since you've known me.
Sure.
And now we have a chance to do something about it. The problem we have is we have no Democrat votes.
We have said that this is a manufactured crisis.
Democrats pushed back on this move to curb immigration. 2020 presidential candidate Beto O'Rourke calls this new policy inhumane. Not true, argued Attorney General William Barr, adding that the U.S. is a generous country but is being completely overwhelmed. Immigration courts are backlogged by more than 800,000 cases. In 2018, there were about 162,000 claims filed, and more than 13,000 were granted.
Education of deportation. Education of deportation.
This as migrant communities in the U.S. are on edge after talk of a major deportation of illegal immigrants. ICE is expected to target some 2,000 people in 10 cities this week.
People come into our country illegally, and they go out legally. Every person taken out had papers, and we had court orders.
Now, the rule is expected to go into effect on Tuesday. It does apply to kids who cross the border alone. The new policy does include some exceptions. For example, victims of human trafficking. The ACLU is now vowing legal challenge. Ben Kennedy, CBN News, the White House.